Last time, we began studying rhythm fundamentals and learned how to count beats in 4/4 meter, also known as 4/4 time, by counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., with an emphasis on 1, which is considered the downbeat of each bar or measure of music. As you recall, I explained how a bar 4/4 is like the fraction 4/4, in that it can comprise any of the following equivalent rhythmic values. One whole note, which is played on a downbeat and held for all 4 beats. 2 half notes, picture cell division under a microscope, each of which is held for only 2 beats. 4 quarter notes, cell division again, each held for 1 beat. And the 3 possible combinations, quarter, quarter, half, half, quarter, quarter, and quarter, half, quarter. If you recall, that last example was like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I did half and then 2 quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? That's the one possible combination. The other one is 2 quarters and a half. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the third one is quarter, half, quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4. I also described how these rhythms are written. A quick review. In standard music notation, a quarter note has a vertical line, what's known as a stem, directly below a solid note head, which looks like a black circle that's slightly elongated or oval-shaped. In Guitar World's rhythmic tab notation, a tab number is used instead of a note head, and it's placed on a system of parallel horizontal lines that represent the guitar's strings, with the lowest, thickest string always being on the bottom. A half note has a stem and, in standard notation, a hollow note head. In rhythmic tab, a circled tab number is used with a stem. For a chord, a vertical stack of tab numbers is enclosed in an oval. A whole note looks like a half note but has no stem. In standard notation, it's just a hollow note head. And in rhythmic tab, it's a number or stack of numbers with a ring around it. I'd now like to introduce 2 other very important and widely used rhythmic elements, rests and ties. A rest is a hole of silence that can occur between any 2 notes or chords. Every rhythmic value has a corresponding rest of equal duration, for which you continue to count beats and tap your foot in a steady pulse, but without playing anything. When it comes to phrasing, rests are essential, since without pauses in music, you have an uninterrupted stream of sound, like an endless sentence with no breaths taken, which can quickly become overwhelming. Using an open E chord to illustrate, here's an example of a few ways in which whole, half, and quarter notes may be interspersed with their equivalent rests, whole, half, and quarter rests, to create moments of silence between sounds while always adding up to 4 beats in any given bar, per the law of 4/4 time. And that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. In the example I just played, note that because this open E chord shape includes 3 open strings, you'll need to use both hands to stop them from ringing during the rests. Now, if you were to do the same thing with a fully fretted bar chord, such as a 3rd position G, silencing the strings is actually a more convenient and economical movement, since all you need to do to kill the string vibration is relax and loosen your fret hand's grip slightly, so that the strings break contact with the frets, but without actually letting go of the strings, as that might cause them to ring open. The same technique works whether you're fretting a chord or a single note. Let me demonstrate that same thing with the fretted G chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I just did that little squeeze release. I squeezed when I wanted it to ring. When I want it to stop, just do that, but not let go of the strings. Rhythmic values, not including rests, may be linked and added together or tied to extend the duration or sustain of a note or chord without having to pick or strum it again. In rhythmic tab, a tie is indicated by a curved, broken line that arcs upward from one tab number, then down to the one that follows, to the right of it, which is enclosed in parentheses, unless it's a half note or a whole note, which has that ring around it. In standard sheet music, a tie is indicated by a solid, unbroken line that arcs between two note heads, kind of like a rainbow, and parentheses are not used. Tied rhythms, or simply ties for short, are very useful for creating unusual, unexpected phrases with notes or chords ringing across beats and bar lines. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, that gives you options to play over the bar line or across beats and not be bound by, well, you can only play quarter notes or half notes. You want to be able to vary it as much as you want. Be sure to tap your foot steadily and count when playing this example, and any example for that matter, or anything for that matter, as these are very beneficial habits to establish, ones that will definitely make you a better, more competent musician.